People often describe male dogs as the goofier, more stubborn, more dominant version of female dogs. But that neat little story falls apart the moment you look closer. One habit may be influenced by hormones, another may be learned from you, and a third may have nothing to do with sex at all. Even stranger, some of the most important differences cannot be seen from the outside. They are hidden in paw preference, chromosomes, scent, and one ancient biological secret behind number 9 that most dog owners never imagine is possible. So before you decide you already understand the boy beside you, here are 12 surprising facts about male dogs that reveal what may actually be happening beneath the behavior. Number 1. His favorite paw may not be random. Watch which paw your dog uses to steady a toy or reach under the sofa. Some studies have found male dogs leaning more toward the left paw, while females leaned toward the right. But other studies found no sex difference, or even the opposite pattern. Paw preference can shift with the task, stress, age, and learning. So his first paw is not a personality test. It is a glimpse of how his brain organizes movement and a reminder that biology creates tendencies, not instructions. Number 2, marking is more than a bathroom break. When a male dog stops 3 times on one lamppost, it can look like poor concentration, but a quick spray of urine may carry information about identity, reproductive status, and recent presence. Intact males often mark more, yet neutered males and females can do it too. The behavior is partly hormonal and partly learned. In other words, he may not be emptying his bladder at all. He may be updating the neighborhood notice board. What feels like an annoying delay to you can be a serious information-gathering ritual to him. Number 3, testosterone does not mean bad dog. A male dog lunges, mounts, or ignores a recall, and people often blame testosterone as if it were a personality flaw. Hormones can influence sexual motivation, roaming, competition, and some conflict, but they do not automatically create aggression or a need to dominate. Fear, pain, frustration, reinforcement, and experience may matter more. Your dog is not plotting to outrank you. If his behavior changes suddenly, he may need clearer training, more distance, or a veterinary check, not a harsher label. Number 4, he may follow a scent you cannot imagine. An intact male can detect chemical information from a female in season, from far beyond what a human nose could notice. That can turn a normally attentive dog into an escape artist who paces, whines, refuses food, or searches every doorway. Most people read this as disobedience. What is actually happening is a powerful sensory signal competing with everything you taught him. It never excuses unsafe behavior, but it explains why secure fencing and leashes matter. In that moment, he is not choosing a stranger over you. His brain is responding to information you cannot even perceive. Number 5. Male dogs are not automatically distant. There is a popular belief that females are more affectionate while males are more independent. Research reports some average sex-related differences in play, fear, or sociability, but findings vary across breeds and studies. Individual temperament, socialization, and the relationship with the owner are stronger clues. A male dog who leans against your leg is not showing a lesser form of love. His attachment is built through safety, repetition, and trust, the invisible history behind any close bond. Number 6. He can be a father without becoming a dad. Domestic male dogs can detect scent information related to other dogs, and males may recognize some kin-related cues. But fathering puppies does not automatically switch on the kind of caregiving usually provided by the mother. Some males are gentle and curious around puppies, others are indifferent, stressed, or unsafe. Most people stop at the word instinct, as if every biological parent receives the same script. Dogs do not. Responsible introductions still require supervision. The deeper lesson is that reproduction creates a genetic relationship, while caregiving depends on temperament, experience, and the situation in front of the dog. Number 7. The biggest differences may be invisible. This is where the story changes. The funny habits are only the surface. Male dogs usually have one X and one Y chromosome, while females usually have two X chromosomes. That matters because a harmful variant carried on the X chromosome can be expressed more readily in a male. He has no second X copy that might compensate. This does not mean male dogs are generally less healthy. It means certain inherited conditions can follow a different pattern. Suddenly, his sex is not just something you notice in behavior. It can quietly shape genetic risk before he is even born. Number 8. One testicle can be hiding. A male puppy can look normal even when one testicle never descends into the scrotum. It may remain in the groin or abdomen, where an owner cannot see it. This condition is called cryptorchidism, and the retained testicle carries a higher tumor risk. The dog may still be fertile if the other testicle descended, so the problem can go unnoticed. It is not a diagnosis to make at home. A veterinarian checks it as a puppy develops. Sometimes the most important male dog fact is literally hidden from view. Number 9. A cancer can move from dog to dog. This is the disturbing one, although it is not a reason to panic about ordinary contact at the park. Dogs can develop canine transmissible venereal tumor, or CTVT, a rare cancer spread when living tumor cells pass directly between dogs, most often during mating. The strangest part is that this cancer lineage began in a single dog thousands of years ago. The cells survived that original animal and have continued reproducing in other dogs ever since, almost like an ancient biological hitchhiker. Risk is much higher in free-roaming populations where mating is uncontrolled. An unusual genital mass, unexplained bleeding, or discharge needs veterinary attention, but casual petting or sharing a water bowl is not the story here. Number 10. One male can shape an entire breed. A successful stud dog can father dozens or even hundreds of litters. That sounds impressive until you consider the popular sire effect. If one male carries a harmful recessive variant, using him repeatedly can spread it through a large part of the gene pool before anyone notices a pattern. The dog himself may look perfectly healthy. His popularity, not his illness, becomes the risk. Good breeding is therefore not about finding the most famous male. It is about health testing, genetic diversity, honest records, and resisting the temptation to build a breed around one fashionable winner. Number 11. Neutering is not a personality reset button. Neutering removes the risk of testicular cancer and can reduce benign enlargement of the prostate. It may also reduce roaming, marking, or mounting when those behaviors are hormonally driven. But it does not erase learned habits, fear, or reactivity overnight. Timing also matters because health trade-offs differ by breed, size, age, and individual history. The surprising part is not that neutering changes something, it is that no single answer fits every male dog. The best decision comes from a veterinarian who knows the dog, not from a slogan repeated at the park. Number 12. Sex matters less than the dog in front of you. Male dogs may show average differences in studies, and they may react differently to human voices, bodies, or odors. Yet familiarity and experience can reshape those reactions. A dog frightened by an unfamiliar man may relax with the man who has cared for him for years. Biology influences the starting point, but daily life keeps editing the result. His breed, health, training, memories, and bond with you meet inside one individual animal. Male dog is one part of his story, never the whole explanation. Understanding a male dog is not about turning every mark, missed recall, or muddy adventure into a hormone story. It is about noticing where biology may matter and where the individual matters more. The boy beside you is not a stereotype with 4 legs. He is a nervous system, a history, and a relationship still being written through thousands of ordinary moments with you. And once you see that, his behavior becomes less about control and more about communication. If understanding your dog on a deeper level fascinates you, that's exactly what this channel is here to explore.